Emergency Podcast Broadcast. Station exx47 operating at a frequency of 162.40 megahertz. Programming originates from Brandon's Garage in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. You're listening to exx47 Radio.
All right, we should be rolling. Again, I find it incredibly disrespectful. You don't use the lapel or the mic format.
Yeah. Okay. So, welcome to the podcast, everybody. I'm back. The guy y'all want to see.
We all missed him.
Yeah, definitely. I can tell by the view count.
Did you notice?
I did. 10 on mine, 2 on yours.
Look again.
3.
It's like 30.
No, it is not.
I'm not even playing.
Oh, look. I checked like an hour ago, and it was fucking 3.
An hour ago.
I did. I was showing a buddy my episode. That was a 1 and 2.
Homie got the internet
But
explorer.
unlike him, I spread the word.
I'm the one who called 10 local businesses trying to get a sponsorship.
It's just because Christie's Toy Box and House of Dildos doesn't want to back us.
I should have tried them.
You should have. They would have jumped on it. You'd be like, dude, I will wear a strap on in every episode.
Facts.
Anyway, all right. Welcome back, guys.
I'm moving out soon.
He's moving out soon, so the next episode will be in some other location. Who knows?
A converted garage.
Oh, that's right. He did tell me that. Yeah. Converted garage. Yeah.
I am going to make it pretty epic, though. Okay. Not like anything specific, but like, you know, I want to make it a nice, chill, fun environment.
He's trying to build up my expectations. I have faith in you. We'll see. You can get some good chairs. Maybe get like one chair and one of those like 2-seater couches.
You gonna give me some money for this?
Dog, Facebook Marketplace? Are you serious? Like a couch is free and a chair is also free.
Just expecting a lot.
Not really. It's furniture on Facebook. Anyway, well, we could talk about Facebook Marketplace forever. Anyway, what should we talk about this week?
I am going to double check. Is this our 4th episode?
Yeah, it is our 4th. Well, it's our 3rd, but your 4th.
Yeah, because
he thought he could go solo.
Somebody couldn't find an hour of their time for a whole month.
I'm a busy man, and I got like super COVID.
24 views so far, John.
Where?
The solo pod.
Oh, you've been watching it super over again.
I haven't watched it once.
You've been watching it 6 times in the last hour.
I haven't watched it once. So if anything.
Oh, okay. I'll just. No, I'm playing. Yeah, there you go. So he knows the talent. You gotta keep telling him. Where are my Skittles? Where are my blue only Skittles?
Cheers, brother. Is that your specific?
The green room over there is looking sad. If y'all can see over there, it is sad.
I might pan around.
It's a pile of rubble. Anyway, okay. To start this week off, why don't we get some of the fun stuff out of the way?
I went to Colorado.
You did.
I got you something. I left it upstairs.
We can tackle that after the pod, or we can do a break at the end. You can go get it. And we can present it.
I wish we had advertisement break.
I wish we had another producer to do stuff like that and Google stuff for us and things like that. That'd be super dope. But anyway, let's stay on topic. So you went to Colorado. How was it?
Bitchin'. I hurt my back a little bit cleaning my car right before.
Oh, okay.
Not hurt, but like you know, just enough to be annoying in a fucking 13-hour long car trip.
Yeah, fair.
Oh,
sorry. Let me mute that.
Other than that, though, we get there. We're checking in. We're having a good time, right? First day, I wake up. I'm kind of like, got a little tinge in my throat. You know what I mean? Just a little. Next day, I'm like,
oh fuck! Really?
I was sick as fuck the whole time.
Where'd you stop on the way there? Did you like eat somewhere or something and get it from somebody? Okay.
By day 3, Jenny gets sick. We're not like bedridden sick. I filmed most of it. I might make a little video. I don't know. I'm still editing it for myself. It was over 120 clips, gigabytes of footage. Very extensive. Anyways, was sick. Oh, how I got sick. Right before, I have an inhaler, as you may know. No. There's a lot you don't know about me, John.
Touche.
I have a, like an Advair disc. Like fuckers.
Yeah. I didn't know you had one of those.
I have a rescue inhaler and one of those.
One of those little birth control looking things.
Yeah, kind of. But anyways, I needed that. My last doctor sucked ass. my pharmacist who's down the street suggested the doctor down the street. I know I'm boring you, but you.
Oh, I'm high. I'm listening.
Oh,
doctor down the street.
Same, brother.
Yeah, doctor.
Hell yeah. What you been smoking on? That dank?
Oh shit, I don't even remember what it's called.
That Krong
It's from
Krong?
Likewise.
Something from your roomie?
My card was about to expire, so I had to get something that would last me a while. I'm waiting for it to get renewed, bro. It's fucking, that shit, limbo.
Well, if you need me to go for you for a fucking fee.
No, that's illegal. And we would hate to say something like that on a podcast.
John's the one who said, I would go for you for a fee.
I never said that.
And I was like, wow, some homie. Yeah, because if anything, you're the one making it illegal. If you don't charge me, we can be like, oh, you dropped it on the floor. I just picked it up.
Oh, I don't even know that. That doesn't even make sense. I'm still exchanging cash for service. That's the problem. And also you having it from my scan. Anyway, I'm not going to go deep into the weed control in Oklahoma. It's much deeper than just dropping it on the floor.
Yeah, we went into it pretty.
Really, the fucking thing just whacking?
It's windy, John.
That's so crazy.
It was way windier last time.
I don't think it's that windy.
Anyways, I got off topic.
Yeah,
I had gone to the local doctor, and I go in and I sit down for about 20 minutes.
Are we in Colorado right now? Or are we here?
We're here, down the
okay.
street. Before the trip, I got sick.
Okay.
I went to the doctor. I got sick at the doctor. Too lazy, didn't read. I went to the doctor, got sick. Funny part is, I'm there for like 20 minutes.
Is that what you think TLDR means?
Too lazy, didn't read.
It means too long, didn't read.
Same fucking difference.
Okay.
What does PEMDAS stand for to you?
Oh, shit. I don't even remember.
Please, dear Aunt Sally or some shit?
Oh, yeah. Isn't that...
For me, it's please excuse my dope-ass swag, brother. Because that's the time I came up.
No.
That's when I came up, John.
I'm trying to think what was ours? It was like... Oh, fuck. Wait, that's the addition, remember thing. Right? That's
parentheses, exponents, addition, subtraction.
I'm trying to remember the other one for English.
I fucked it up.
There was one for English that was like an Indian word. Fuck, what was it? Do you remember that?
Nope.
There was like a...
I didn't have abacuses in my classroom.
Well, I didn't either. What?
That's how cavemen do math.
No, I know, but there was just one of those. What are those called? Where you have a phrase that means something.
Definition?
No, it's like an anagram. No, an anagram is a mix-up of letters.
Oh,
a different word.
Like where each letter stands for something.
Yeah, where companies do that shit. What is that called?
Anagram?
No, an anagram is where you mix up the letters. Anyway, we get stuck on that for a long time.
It's the fact that you're asking me, I forget too.
Yeah,
it's like
it's weird, isn't it? It just wipes your brain. Anyway, let's get back on topic. You're at the doctor, blah blah blah, inhaler.
I'm there for like 20 minutes.
Long story short, you got an inhaler.
Extra short, yeah. I'm not even dragging it out. Like you're just making this worse than it needs to be.
Just get to the end. Let's get to Colorado.
I'm there like 20 minutes.
Can't wait to tell you about my trip to the 7-Eleven.
We have an hour to fill.
Yeah, I know. That's going to be crazy. We get the big gulp and like that walk from the machine to the counter. It was intense. Girl was kind of cute. I was like, But then I was like, like she might be 16.
You're like, damn, girl, I didn't know you could be 15 working at 7-Eleven.
No, 16. Like
16 makes it better.
Bro. When I saw she had a pimple cover, I was like, oh no. Like, how old is it whenever it's the cutoff for them to put like things on their face to cover pimples?
Was it decorated or was it just a clear
star?
One? Yeah, that's a little But I swear to God, I've also seen old people just do that.
Dog, I know, but those ladies are fun. Like, that's one of those ladies you see coming a mile away. A lot of them are Trumpers now. They wear those big hats. You know, the ones that you can see from a mile away because they're colored.
The weirdest shit, bro. I can't believe the biggest demographic for Trumpers is white women.
Bro, I call them white blonde, or what is it called? Big blonde bilbo. Big blonde bimbos.
That's all, folks.
Because, no, dude, for real, it's crazy because most of them, like, okay, I'd say...
Let me finish my doctor
25%
visit.
25% have, like, filler, which is bonkers. It's like there's a kit when you join that you have to do these following things. I don't know. It scares me. It's probably just because a large majority of them are rich white women and that they, know that they're going to come out on top on this, which is also bonkers. Anyway, go ahead and talk about your doctor visit for that inhaler.
You are spitting, though. Anyways, I'm there for like 20 minutes, right? I'm in the waiting room. And then, sorry, you dethroned me. Derailed, dethroned.
Sorry.
I'm sitting there for like 20 minutes, and then this hefty African-American lady comes out, and she goes, Motherfucker, I've been in here for like an hour and a half. I'm on my lunch break. I can't be waiting this long. I shouldn't have put a flare on that. Anyways.
It'll get worse later.
But there's, okay, when you're in the waiting room, what's the one thing specifically the doctor, when you're kind of at that 20, 30 minute mark, you're like, the last thing I want is to see somebody walking the fuck out of here. Because you're like, how the fuck long am I going to be here? Okay. Am I right?
I mean, yeah.
So this happens. I'm like, fuck. I'm already been here for like 20 minutes. Do I just toughen it out? I don't want to be a dick. So I just hang in there. Again, long story short, I'm there like 2 hours. Bitch just goes, breathe. Okay, I'll refill your shit. That's all I needed was a refill, by the way.
We could talk about the American healthcare system for hours.
But the fact that I sat there in that nasty ass fucking doctor's waiting room for like an hour and a half, and then the room,
obviously, yeah.
Well, you asked how. I got sick.
Obviously, I'm saying, yeah, I agree with you. Yeah,
I didn't suck off a trucker on the way.
Well, no, I figured maybe you stopped and got something at one of those gas stations, and dude, literally touching the door at a truck stop is immediately wash your hands when you get inside, and immediately sterilize your hands when you leave, because, dude. First of all, like, if you just know how pandemics and how germs like travel, that fucking handle. And there's stainless steel too. Now, most places use stainless steel instead of brass. There's a reason people used brass. It's because it's antibacterial. Stainless steel isn't, and it just fucking gets gross. Paint isn't. It just gets gross. And then people touch it. Like when you look at the handle and it's rubbed, don't grab it there. Like, no,
I never do. Yeah, I always open shit left-handed.
Yeah, left-handed at the bottom. Yeah. But anyway, so back to your trip. We gotta get that going. You got sick, and that was it.
Great time. Got some bitchin' Mexican food on the way. Stayed in Estes Park. Went to the Coors Banquet Factory.
Okay.
I don't know if you're familiar.
I am. Yeah, I'm just surprised you made that trip. What, on the way, or when you got there, or what?
When we got there.
Okay.
Like we went and did some shit for a day, and like while we were staying in Estes.
Yeah, for sure.
Did a lot of shopping. Did a lot of hanging around. We went to Casa Bonita.
How was that?
Bitchin'.
Really?
Banging food.
Really?
It was still very authentic.
Still got the flags?
Oh yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Bro, we got our food before we got our drinks.
Wow. That is crazy.
And it's dine in now. It's not like you're in line. So we sat down, ordered everything, and they were like you can tell it's still like cafeteria style in the kitchen, even though it's not like cafeteria
Well,
style.
yeah, that's why it's so fast. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, okay.
I'm not complaining.
No, of course
not.
The
food was great, but it's like they're cranking it out so much, and so like it's a crowded place. Like they have the volume to be doing that. It's not like it had been sitting.
Was the waterfall there still? And everything?
Oh yeah, motherfuckers jumping. I need to show you the video,
dude. Hell yeah, that's cool.
Really cool. They had you could hear Matt and Trey doing their little acting their voice for the skeletons and shit.
Oh, cool.
Little quirky stuff like that. But it was still very, very, very Casa Bonita. Like, besides Cartman in the corner.
Yeah,
it
still had the authentic flair of what
everything else was like.
Yeah, they did say they wanted to keep it that way. That's cool. I'm happy for you. That's awesome. I need to definitely make a trip there. That'd be a lot of fun.
What else did we do? We went and did. I feel like I'm missing something. But yeah, that's about it. Came home, was still sick for like a week, both of us, and my snot is still a tinge of yellow, so I'm still not 100%, and this is about a month, so don't kiss me.
Yeah, for sure. Congratulations, bro. That sounds awesome.
How has your months been?
I got sick, got better, got sick again.
You got sick
got better,
after me, by the way.
Got sick again, got better. Let's see. Other than that, it's been absolute chaos when it comes to the news cycle. Every day I wake up, something bonkers happens.
How is that related to your personal life, Sean?
Man, it affects my mental health pretty heavily.
But let's get into what you've been physically doing first.
Well, I was going to say I was going to try to invest a little bit.
This has turned into life updates,
and then that kind of went sideways because every time I'm about to do something, I'm like, I should probably wait an hour, and then everything changes. Let's see. Personal, actually, there's been no changes. Like keeping up with the acquisitions of stuff and selling, stuff like comes to video games. Been really kicking it hard on trying to get some sealed Game Boy, or not sealed, complete in-box Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance games.
Is this all just a flip now?
No, those are my personal collection things. I'm trying to get a lot of the games that I really liked complete in box. I don't really care so much about everything, but it's a cool goal just to like, if I can get something complete versus just the loose cartridge for like a $20 to $30 difference, I don't mind it. It also really increases resale value later when I do want to get rid of it, so that's pretty cool. The downside is storage and display and all that stuff, but it's still just one of those little things that I acquired a large collection of sealed or of complete stuff, and that just kind of got it going. Pokemon is still going hard. I've been buying a lot. I've been getting sealed product to hold long term. That's something I'd highly recommend to anyone that wants to do like a retail investment kind of thing. Is if you can get Pokemon ETBs or Pokemon booster boxes, just grab them. It doesn't matter what they are, really. Put that bitch in the closet and wait a year or two, and you can sell it for probably twice what you paid. Let's see. What else?
Kiss any dudes recently?
What? No. Trying to think. I got a sealed or a complete inbox like GameCube with like everything in it, including the bags that it came in. That was kind of cool.
Do you you ever listen to the Migos song?
I don't listen to Migos.
I Get the Bag.
Don't listen to Migos.
Can I play it for you?
I mean, no, because we'll get a strike on YouTube. We could play it later after the pod.
I can play a few seconds of it.
You literally can play 5 seconds of it. So like,
who would know? The video editor or the mooch? The mooch. The mooch.
I definitely consume more content than this guy, so I don't know what he's talking about. You have a real job, bro. I sit and watch YouTube all day. Like, trust me, it's 5 seconds, and then you get flagged, and then even then you could still get flagged. So it's like, what is it worth it? I'm just saying, it's not worth it. Guys.
What's the flag for kissing me?
Oh God, it's okay. Anyway, so that's it for personal stuff. Politics.
Before we get into politics, let's get into some local news.
Local news.
That's not politics.
Local cop arrested for a child. Local cop. Like, there's a lot of those.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Yeah, there's a channel on Instagram called Quops. I think they're Crops or Clops or something, and it's just so many of them are from Oklahoma. Man. It's kind of crazy. Like when you watch it, it's just like officer in Oklahoma, officer in Oklahoma, officer, and you're just like, damn.
You should join the police force, John.
No, dude, it's not good on that. Like, can you imagine signing up to not only be hated but also to probably become a complete asshole?
You would for sure score with the girl from 7-Eleven then, if she is 16.
I'm good on that.
Anyways, local news. I just got back from Thunder at the Park.
Oh yeah, how was that?
Pretty mediocre. Not in a bad way. Just about what you'd expect. I went last year, about typical. Granted, it is first seed of the playoffs, game 2, and we just had a blowout. So it's not like a lot of hype around this. Like,
is the Thunder even good?
We're fucking amazing. People are saying we're going to win the first championship.
I hear people talk shit on them on the only sports podcast I listen to. They talk shit on them nonstop. But I don't follow like any sports. So I know.
Like many of your other opinions that you know nothing about but watch a podcast for, pay attention for the sports one because I bet it's bullshit. Because this is like the 1 year that the fucking Thunder is going to win the championship. So if they're just talking shit on it, you might want to be like,
Oh, they said that they're really
maybe
shitty,
they
might come back from behind.
Maybe they're not spitting.
But they're probably garbage.
Maybe they're not spitting.
I have a feeling you're just impartial.
I have a feeling you just like to have very strong opinions.
Not really. I do a lot of research on my opinions. There's just certain opinions that I have that I care less about. Like,
just to draw example from this episode,
people.
like you trashing the Thunder for no reason.
Well,
when they are playing from you right now,
what?
They're playing like
I thought you said they're
a mile away from us, and you're trash talking.
I don't care about the Thunder.
You can still just be okay, but I cannot care about something, but I'm not immediately negative about it.
I'm not negative. I was just saying what I'd heard. I asked you if they were good, and then I said from what I heard from a podcast I listened to that does cover sports, they just randomly were like talking about what school I think is not very good, or not school, what team is not very good, but might come back from behind. And they said, well, I mean, the Thunder could probably do that. And then they talked some shit on him, and then it went back. And by the way, the podcast, it was Pardon My Take, Barstool Sports. So
Sounds like a trash podcast.
I don't know.
How many views do they get? I'm sure I'm
Millions.
outranking
Millions.
them. I'm outranking them.
It's kind of crazy. Do you know what Barstool Sports is? I'm just curious. It has nothing to do with our argument or discussion or whatever. I'm just curious. Do you know who they are?
Yes.
One of their podcasts.
I don't actively watch them.
No, of course
not.
not.
It's kind of hard to avoid them, honestly.
Macrodosing is pretty amazing. I love that podcast. It's pretty fun. A lot of takes. Or different takes.
You've probably been seeing clips of him. Let me pull him up. I just been listening to him at work today for the first time.
Who is it?
Caleb Hammer. Ring a bell?
Well,
no, but I'm sure if I see him, I'll recognize him or something.
I'm trying to pull it up, but my it's being slow.
Caleb Hammer.
This guy?
I have no idea.
2,000 hours.
Oh yeah, what about him?
Oh, just very interesting videos. A lot of people are not financially unstable.
His
a lot of them are literally clinically brain dead.
To be fair, he definitely picks and chooses the people he has on. Like he's talking
obviously,
about it.
but still,
I watched Graham's show, his financial show. You know who Graham is? He's interviewed him a lot on their podcast, and they were talking. They're like, "How do you get people that are so like bad?" And he was like, "Well, a lot of people are financially illiterate, but he was like, but we do screen people beforehand. Like my producer looks at their stuff and is like, yo, this one's going to be crazy. I don't see." He said, I'm pretty sure he said he doesn't see them, but beforehand, but they are like kind of like picked, which you'd have to, because otherwise you'd have a line out the door of people that are like, my life's fucked up financially, help me.
Yeah.
But no, I agree with you. It's amazing how many people have like negative financial intelligence.
Yeah.
Like what's even blows my mind more is there are people that like in their late 20s, early 30s view credit cards as free money. Like, but they don't understand how bankruptcy works. Ironically, bankruptcy is pretty sweet. Sometimes the best thing you could ever do for yourself, do it early if you can. If you ever get stuck in a predatory loan, like with like the Key, which is a car dealership, or
why are you advocating for bankruptcy?
I'm explaining.
I'm advocating for the grind.
Yeah, well, the grind is Gucci, but you know, when things go south and everything comes crashing down and you owe creditors, bankruptcy, don't be as scared of it. Like
in this context, when your Pokemon flipping business goes belly up,
you can't bankrupt that. Bankrupting is for LLCs and like actual corporations. I mean, you can bankrupt yourself, but it's like not going to apply to the Pokemon part. Like, I don't put it on credit. Like, that'd be crazy. What do you think I'm doing? Leveraging a $100,000 credit card on Pokemon?
So why can't you?
I mean, I should clarify. You can bankrupt yourself, but you can't. Actually, I take that back. You could definitely do it. You could fuck your life up so hard, but I mean, that doesn't apply to me in any way. Yeah, you could fuck your life up by investing heavily in like Twizzlers. Like, you use a credit card and go max it out on the Twizzlers, you're fucked. But yeah, bankruptcy is not necessarily a bad thing. It does denote pretty much failure in some respect, or you getting taken advantage of. But the upside is it is pretty efficient at what it is meant for. And getting yourself out of life, like debt can ruin your life if you let it keep going. That's the problem. Like, debt is great short term, where you can use a credit card to like get inventory, or use credit in general to like finance a company. The problem is when you don't pay on it for a very long time and you owe crazy interest. U.S. government, anyone? But
I went to church on Easter.
That's okay. A devout atheist over here. I let everyone know that they were celebrating a pagan holiday.
So's everything else.
Yeah, it sucks that it got co-opted by Christians.
Sucks.
Anyway.
Fuck positivity.
I don't think it's positive. Worshipping a zombie. Anyway. Yeah, bankruptcy, good thing. Do it. If you are fucked, do it. Don't let anybody be like, oh, but we're not. It's 7 years. And do you know how fast 7 years goes by? Fast as fuck, boy. Like, you can, especially if you're in your 20s or 30s, dude. Like, that's why I'm surprised that guy doesn't recommend it enough, because there are people on there that you listen to them describe what they've done, where they have a car payment that's just bonkers, like thousands of dollars, plus their rent, plus they're eating Postmates, and you're just like, how do you make the daily decision? And you know that what they're doing is they're just saying, fuck it, I'll deal with it when I have to. And
how often do you Uber Eats?
Never, ever. 0 times. I've done it in my life twice, I think, and that was because I had coupons that made it free delivery and like a percentage off or something, stuff like that. But twice ever in my life. I actually don't support that stuff. I think gig work is a scam meant to take advantage of people. It's like there's a gig work is basically like,
doesn't it kind of fall in the same realm as like personal shopper type shit?
It's worse than that.
Yeah,
it's
like
like
you don't support that either.
Exact same.
You don't support that either.
Personal shopper is the exact same as gig work. I want to stay on that point, but
they both suck.
They both suck, but they're gig work. Like all these things that are gig work are bullshit. Like there's no way you can scale gig work to become successful or get yourself out of control. Now, can it save you when you need a quick $300? Yes, but it's not gonna. You're not gonna build an empire out of Uber Eats, and that's.
It's crazy. I'm not advocating for child labor, but if there was ever a job for a bunch of fucking 12-year-olds to have,
yeah, you put it on the back of their bike and send them out.
But no, not even that. But I'm just like, it's just funny because it's like you have to have like not be like super qualified, but like you said, you have to have a car, you have to have X, Y, and Z, and it's like for the payout to be like nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing. And then see, gig work is like the fact that companies make billions of dollars off the backs of people that they're not even reimbursing properly. The whole thing is a scam. The only thing worse than it is MLMs, and they're so close to the same. But anyway.
Yeah, I've maybe Ubered Eats once, and that was like maybe on a trip or something.
Now,
I've never done it to my house.
Ubering is different. Though I don't think it's necessarily good, I don't think it's bad.
Well, especially, I'm not trying to cut you off.
No,
but
you're
like, even we live in a somewhat, we live in what's considered the city, and even then, taxis are non-existent.
Well, not only that, they're non-existent because of Uber, but to be fair, taxis sucked donkey balls when they did exist.
Well, but like that was kind of the consensus, even in like New York and California and shit. People were like, "Fuck taxis!" Finally, something that's not as miserable.
Right.
But like, I'm just saying, for our point of view. Unless you are like downtown or something, and I'm not saying hail a taxi, like you can call a taxi, but like, that was your only option. Not even public transportation, not even a fucking sidewalk.
Yeah, in Oklahoma for sure. In New York, you've got a lot of options, but
that's my point, Oklahoma.
Yeah, right. I agree with you. I'm agreeing with you.
How do I kill the devil's advocate in you, John?
What are you talking about? I'm literally agreeing with you.
I know, but like you're just.
No, I was just saying. In New York, though, you have a lot of options, so taxis were just one of many. That's why they still exist there. But
how much for you to like shotgun this next beer?
Not happening. What?
Not even for a crisp 5?
No.
I gotta tape together 5 from the gas station. Getting these Jacks.
Anyway, what were we talking about?
Oh man, something super fucking important.
Yeah, I know. Let's see, where were we at? That dude's podcast. Any
you should actually watch some YouTube or podcast, like either the YouTube or it's on podcast platforms. But I recommend
him.
Yeah. Because I'm sure, like me, maybe you've seen him in a short. I'm just saying,
I've watched it.
The long form content is fun too.
I'll be real with you. I can't. I've tried. I think he's amazing.
Oh, okay. Too stressful.
It gives me. It is the
What I hate's the couples because it's always one who's just blatantly
I hate watching the little blonde
do it because I like
influencer girls.
Yeah.
Or not even blonde, just any of the influencer girls when they tell you what they've done, the guys are bad, but the girls, I'm a firm believer that they have completely fucked themselves into the dirt when it comes to their like financial life choices. That
it's the girl boss mentality.
It's so crazy, and it's like I almost think that their plan is like,
who bought this building?
We'll get married, and then all my debt will be gone, or something crazy. Like I honestly don't even know what their logic is because it is crazy. Although I've seen dudes bankrupt themselves by playing World of Warcraft. So
totally.
Yeah,
I'm saying though, a girl boss bought this building.
Well, yeah,
and is turning it into an Airbnb.
That's crazy.
She bought it for $850,000.
I didn't throw away this. I know. Oh, that's yours. Okay, $850,000. That's cheap.
But how long before you get back your investment by renting it out for a few nights a week?
It's like $2,000 to rent Airbnb, and
no, it is not. Not the whole building. She's talking the units upstairs.
Downtown for a weekend. I'm sure she could get an easy $1,400 to $1,600. Airbnbs are expensive now, very expensive. Like when I tried to go to Louisiana, we had to go with a hotel because the Airbnbs were more expensive. Like it was crazy. And then the fees, dog. Don't get me started on the fees for Airbnb.
I have a bias against Airbnb because I've never been to one and it's been a positive experience.
Wait, what? You've never been to one, but it's a positive experience?
I've never enjoyed my stay at an Airbnb.
Oh, okay. I was confused. You said you've
By
never
either-
been to one. I was like,
it's
what?
like too homey, where
Okay.
it's like somebody just left, or it's like, oh, you're never here.
Oh, yeah.
Like I went to one where literally the thermostat would turn off every 30 minutes. We looked it up. It would turn off every 30 minutes unless you walked in front of it. And this was in like Ada, Oklahoma in the middle of summer. So we'd come home, it'd be like 95 fucking degrees in there. And it wouldn't even cool down till like 11 o'clock.
That's crazy.
And like, is that not a little ridiculous?
It makes sense, but I get it.
But
Yeah,
it
it's
doesn't.
crazy. Well, no,
It makes it miserable when you're like, oh, or I could have gone 15 minutes down the road and stayed at a hotel.
Does it turn off, or does it like
off
Oh wow!
at
That's
95
crazy.
degrees?
Oh, at 95 degrees, dude! I zoned out.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
that's crazy.
it would get hot. We're in like Ada, bro.
Yeah,
In the summer, it gets
that's crazy.
hot.
Why didn't you just stay at a hotel? I mean, bed bugs suck.
This made
but-
more sense.
Yeah.
But that's my thing. I'm
price check
such
all
an
that
advocate
shit.
for a hotel because not only that, the little fees that they can fuck you with and you
Agreed.
not even contest.
100%.
Granted, to a hotel, I'm not saying I hypothetically or I'm hyperbolizing. You can trash a hotel room, and 95% of the time, you're not even going to get fucking charged.
Yeah, and I
You
know
can
what you mean. By
damn near
trash,
piss
you
the
mean-
bed.
Well, yeah, okay. I don't know about that, but yes, I know. I agree with you.
As long as it's not like obvious or
Yeah.
like not obvious, like
what you're saying is you can't like rip the
intentional
wallpaper,
shit.
but you can have trash everywhere and the place
Dirty
looks, Yeah,
towels.
like your mom's
Fuck the
worst
bed.
nightmare. Yes,
Yeah.
I get it. Yes,
and
wet towels.
they're not
everywhere.
gonna give a
Yeah,
shit.
Not give a shit. I agree.
Whereas when we went to Florida, granted, I didn't pay for this, but we got charged for not doing the dirty towels correctly.
Mhm.
And we like washed them and everything.
I agree.
We thought it said leave them in the, we thought it said like leave them to be washed.
No.
And they were like, no, we wanted you to
That
wash
was the
them, but
point I
leave
was
them,
making.
but leave them in the dryer. And they charged us like $100.
That's the point I
We're
was
like-
making, bro. Like Airbnb, in my opinion, is a total scam, and she'll make her money so fast. Because here's the thing: Airbnb is rented out to people that have more money than sense. It's the exact same thing as the gig industry.
But that's correct. Like, I don't not agree with
And
you,
who
but
wouldn't
you're
wanna
saying
stay here?
$1,400.
Who wouldn't want to stay here with a gated gate where they get to go downtown, almost center downtown? They can get anywhere in 5 minutes, bro. This is expensive as fuck property when it comes to
Dude,
that.
you can stay at the Concord and the Omni for like $200 a night.
Not the same thing.
Those
This
are
is rich.
literally the nicest hotels
This
downtown.
is a different kind of people. These are people that want to feel like they're going to their summer
What do you
home.
think it looks like upstairs?
I'm not talking about what it looks like upstairs now. When they get y'all out, they're going to renovate that shit, and then
They're done.
they're going to probably make it look super nice.
They're gonna
And then they're gonna
redo
put
our
nice
unit,
furniture.
dude. They've been done with these two units
What
almost.
does the other units look like? Have you seen them?
Yes,
They look nice.
they look like how they did before. They added 2 bedrooms, so
No, I
that's
meant
now 5
furniture-wise,
bedrooms.
though. Have they furnished it yet?
You can the table and that
It's a really nice
leather
table.
couch.
Looks like a $2,000 table.
Oh my! That justifies $1,500 weekend.
Did I ever? I don't understand where you're going with
You
this.
just said you could
You talk
easily
about
get.
me about being devil's advocate. You're like automatically attacking the point. I have no idea what I'm saying.
you
that
just
that's
said you
probably
could
what
get
it will be.
$1,200 to $1,400.
$700 a night at an Airbnb is not crazy. Think about how many people you usually get in an Airbnb. That's like 5 people. I had to
I'm
pay-
gonna put it over this. That's literally not even average for Oklahoma
I
City.
had what, average for what?
An Airbnb,
Just look up.
$700 a night. Are you smoking
Well,
cock and
I'm just
balls?
saying it's a nice place with a gated. gate, and
No,
it's like-
John.
all right. I mean,
$700. People's rent is $1,400 a month,
bro, there's an apartment complex over by my house that
which
costs
is cheaper than $1,400.
costs like $2,400 a month.
John, you're talking like California numbers. This is Oklahoma average.
It's right over by Quail Springs.
I literally am in the process of moving. I would know how much shit costs.
I can literally pull it up on
pull
Google.
up an Airbnb that costs $700.
I don't have
then.
Airbnb on my phone.
Google.
Why you have to download the app anyway?
You can't talk crazy shit and not want to back it up.
I think they're going to make their money back easy. It's Airbnb. It's expensive.
Do the math
as
in.
fuck.
$850,000.
It's expensive as fuck.
$850,000.
It's a property. They're going to make their money. It has nothing to do with rent. Like, it's going to make more money than rent would ever make, as long as they keep the place filled. Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm going to throw up the math on how many. Okay. It's 3 units. I'll do an average per unit. An average, assuming
Can you not
best
just look
case
it up on
scenario.
Airbnb?
It's not renting out yet. She's
Oh.
waiting for us to move.
Why don't you just put a note here that we check back in once we know how much she's going to charge per place? That'll fix everything.
Because this is going live Friday. How about you just let me talk?
yeah, we can update in a later pod. Call back.
Then mention this in 2 months from now. Not
I'm not
now.
gonna
What the fuck are you
remember.
talking about?
I'm not gonna remember that.
One beer deep. He's like, I'm not responsible for what I'm saying, dude.
No, I'm not gonna remember that. I'm not gonna.
I'll
remember
put up
that
the
for sure.
average. Not an average. I'll make a good guess on what you could get for 3 units.
Why don't you just look up Airbnb prices? You just said I'll take a.
You
I'll
just
make a good
refused
guess.
to do that.
No, just do that when you research instead of guessing. You're gonna be sitting there being a producer. You can just do it.
How would I know?
You pull out your phone at that moment and like do it, and then insert the numbers.
I don't want to be on my fucking phone in the middle of the podcast.
Not right now. I'm talking about like whenever you actually do the production stuff.
I don't. Still. Then what were you doing?
I was checking a text message I got.
Popular boy.
Yeah.
With the Skechers.
Well, they're comfortable.
Yeah.
They're just slide-ons too. Pretty cool technology. They've lasted a really
You
long
can't even
time.
tie your shoes anymore.
I think. Oh no, they don't have ties.
Who am I talking?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what the fuck are you talking about? We have almost the exact same shoe design, actually.
Motherfucker, you can't compare like a Vans type style skate shoe
Bro,
to
it's got,
Skechers.
it's literally got the fucking thing right here and everything. I said, and it's
If y'all
almost the
ever
same.
needed any type of like, who's John as a person? He just compared Vans to fucking
I said
Skechers.
the shoe design. Like, look at this. We have the exact same stuff going on.
No, yours are fucking mesh. Mine are canvas. They don't even fucking
Oh, well, besides
practically
that,
look
I'm just
the
talking about
same.
just how they work.
Yours have ridges at the bottom. Mine
I'm not talking
ruffle.
about
There's
how they
nothing
work.
about these. It's similar. What part?
What's that called? What's that called?
What's your model?
What's this called?
Skechers Swift Fit. I'll put
Yeah.
up a picture if you want me to be so goddamn technical. And I'll
I'm
throw
not
these
pointing at
up.
the shoe. I'm pointing at this stuff right here. This material. What's this called?
Mesh, like
No, that's not mesh.
fabric,
It's like what's that?
elastic.
Elastic. Thank you. An elastic band.
Again,
I'm saying we have the
canvas.
exact same thing going on with how they're hold on. That's what I was talking about. Because you were making jokes about laces, and I'm just saying our shoes are held on the exact same way.
I think your beer's laced the way you're talking, John.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm literally just saying that the way the shoes are being held on is the exact same way.
By our fat fucking feet compressing to the shoe, keeping them in place.
Huh?
I'm just making jokes, John. Oh
The
man,
Bears are coming.
we're already here. God damn, really don't want to move this week.
That's gonna be fun.
Thanks for offering to help. No, I'm just playing.
I already helped somebody move 2 weeks ago, and it blew my back
I
out.
helped you move. I forgot about that actually.
I paid you.
In Trident Layers. You remember that commercial?
I'm going back in my head. Trident layers. That was those little sheet things, right?
The gun.
Oh, it's a gum. What were those sheet things that you put on your tongue and they dissolved?
Oh, Listerine breath strips. Speaking of which, somebody could use one.
That's a untrue joke. Are they breath strips? I guess they are by definition, but I mean, like, were they Listerine? I thought they were some kind
The
of.
spicy tabs of acid you can get from 7-Eleven.
Yes, they were. Those were Listerine. I thought they were made by like one of the gum companies.
I know that I've bought like an off-brand before at fucking Dollar Tree, so
What were they called?
they don't
were like,
necessarily have to be like Listerine, but
Agreed. I'm sorry. I was not trying to focus on the brand. I was like,
I
I
gotcha.
thought they were called something other than breath strips. I thought they were like, oh, dude, you know how like they come up with flashy marketing names like
tingly papers.
like breakers and shit. Yeah, like no joke, tingly papers. Like they try to do stuff, bro. Like candy cigarettes. That was a thing. The kids will love it. They can be just like Uncle Jim.
Uncle Jim.
You know, the guy that smokes cigarettes around the kids. I guess that all the guys smoke cigarettes around the kids back then.
Call me Uncle Jim. The way I'm
But,
smoking around these children.
Next subject. Well, what can we talk about?
I need to get a lawnmower and a washer and dryer.
All of these things can be got off Facebook Marketplace for cheap. That's why I've had to tell my dude. Today I was looking for speakers. It's just they're $20. People are like, I don't know, gotta find the cable.
So if you're driving and a homeless guy is like asking for money and he's like, I'm hungry, are you like, go eat?
What? No, I give if I would
You're
give
just
them money and then maybe say go eat.
you're just kind of dismissive. I'm not
I'm not
necessarily
dismissive. I said go on Facebook Marketplace. I'm just telling you where to
fucking
get some stuff.
doy. I'm not asking for
Oh.
a solution. I'm just
Oh.
talking hypothetically.
I'm just saying it's super easy, super fast, cheap.
It's 2024. Facebook.
best part is-
Marketplace isn't even like a thing anymore. Like everybody's on Marketplace. It
Now
just
I'm
in terms of
confused.
it's hard to get a deal.
Oh, Okay, I see what you're. Well,
Like it's
I
not even
disagree
like
with
it's
that,
a good
but-
place to like get cheap shit, but it's not like, oh yeah. Dude,
I mean, it's not
like,
Craigslist, come get it before it's gone style, but I think that marketplace has increased to both sides of the market. Like we've got people that their business is reselling, and then there are people that are selling what they have in their garage.
fuck people who sell food on Facebook.
That shit's so funny.
You're
Like,
disgusting. Stop doing that.
I want to like agree with you on this, but I think it's I think the Latinos are killing the game. If the food they post is 90% of what it looks like, I'll be happy. Like what are those things called? The pancakes? Fuck. Oh man. Pupusas. Have you ever had a pupusa? Oh, they're so good. Pupusas are so good. It's like Mexican pancakes. Oh God.
I
They fill 'em with
normally eat.
queso and meat.
I normally eat my pupusa under the sheets. You know what I'm saying?
Look at you. Yeah, you know who else made that joke? The guy off of Workaholics, Adam Devine.
Oh really?
Yeah, that's where.
Speaking of which, I've been watching Righteous Gemstones.
So good.
Have you been watching that?
Yeah, I haven't finished the last 2 episodes, but it's very good.
I'm gonna spoil everything for you.
It's a
Everybody,
good show.
everybody
Funny.
dies.
Baby Billy is hilarious.
Have you seen Vice Principals?
Yeah, I've watched all the stuff that Daniel McBride's made.
Which is weird. Did you know that he went into that only wanting to make 2 seasons?
How many seasons did they make?
2.
I completely believe it. I mean, has he made anything more than he wanted to? I thought all of his shows had like a tight.
When you hear a show has 2 seasons,
Right, but Danny McBride.
you assume it got canceled.
Oh no, not with Danny McBride. That's like what's the other guy that does shows like that? Shit. Dang it. I'm like, now don't get me wrong, in general, maybe, but like when it comes to any project by Danny McBride, there's another guy. I can't remember. But there are certain shows that like they have a tight, like they know how it's going to end the moment they make it. You know what I'm saying? And then there are the people that are like comedy of the week. The thing about the Righteous Gemstones is it is a story being told, not so much a what's the joke going to be this week kind of thing.
So far, though, the first season is way fucking different than the rest of the fucking show.
Yeah, it's got to escalate.
Yeah, but still, it is kind of weird how like that's the first season.
That's how they did all the shows. Have you seen? Well, of course, you've had to have seen his first show. What was it called?
Eastbound and Down.
Eastbound
Don't
and Down.
spoil it. I'm watching it now.
Okay, dude, that shit is so funny.
Well, I watched it a good amount, but now I'm like finishing.
All of his stuff is escalation. Like it starts out like, okay, these guys are kind of relatable, and by the end of it, it's like fucking Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where they're monsters and you don't understand how anyone can be like them. Which is why I like Dan McBride. Like his writing, he and that chick that plays his sister.
Oh yeah,
in
she's so fucking funny.
She's a writer on it. There's a couple of them that are writers, and dude, the product that they make is just so good. It's crazy.
I know I'm doing a terrible job of explaining this, but you know that one. You know how he has like his Christian posse that's kind of like helped him like fuck up a few people.
Yeah.
You know that dude with the long hair.
Yeah.
Who looks like Jesus, kind of.
Yeah,
He's a big involvement in the show too.
I believe it.
Yeah.
A lot of
like,
the side characters are like that.
But like he was a big involvement in like all of his projects.
I
From
believe
Eastbound and Down and back. I think they
believe
met in college or something. But I'm just saying that because it's funny. He talks like 3 times in that show, and I think that's like one of the only times he's actually.
They do that a lot in shows, bro. Where you'll find out that somebody that literally makes like 4 appearances in the entire show is like the co-creator.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
But
like,
not only co-creator, like mainly responsible in some cases.
Yeah. Like they'll just have
how?
a moment. Like what's his name? The Marvel guy, Stan Lee.
Yeah.
Sometimes it'll be that minor where he'll just be like opening a door for somebody, and you're like, bro, that's the executive producer of the entire show. And it seems big to us, but to them, it's probably like, hey guys, I'm just gonna do this real quick.
Well, I hate to say it too. They always look the part. You know what I mean? Like
sometimes, where they look like a writer
or just average as fuck, and you're like, oh, I kind of get it. You don't really have like the star quality as
you've seen,
for
30
example,
Rock, right?
I know what you're talking.
Yeah, with Tina Fey
and fucking the guy who killed somebody.
Yeah,
what's his name?
Did he kill somebody, or did the other guy
Trump a lot in SNL?
Did he or did the other person kill somebody?
He killed somebody.
I thought it was what's his face.
Who?
But he didn't do it on purpose, and it was
Rust or whatever. What's his name?
Who? What?
The dude who killed that girl in Rust. He's in 30 Rock, right?
Yeah, is it in Rust?
Yeah, it is in Rust. The main guy.
No, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
What's his name?
I'm almost there. Hold on.
We can't think of shit, bro. We need to quit drinking before this.
It's the brothers. There's a bunch of brothers, and they're McConaughey.
Aren't we all brothers? motherfucker.
Bro, we got gnats and flies in this bitch.
Hey, fuck it. I'm out of this bitch.
Oh damn!
Bring them on.
We need a, what is it called?
I should buy
fly strip.
I almost did this as a senior prank. I should buy a bunch of fucking ladybugs and let them loose in this bitch because you can buy them like bulk 4,000 on Amazon.
I wonder if that's like bad for the environment. When you
what's it called? Natural stuff, bio.
Destroying the natural biome.
No, well, like I was gonna say it'd be like bioterrorism. Watch me get like a badass ticket.
You know, there's going to be like a group of birds that are just going to be so fucking happy.
Something, yeah. That's what would suck.
You're going to do pretty good distribution at first, and then by like halfway through, you're just like, fuck it. You just dump the bag out and walk away.
Fuck. Yeah, I almost did that in high school. Because I was just going to get up and put them in the ceiling.
Oh, that's fucking crazy.
Because then they probably wouldn't even notice for a minute.
I think somebody did that with crickets. I think I've seen a video where somebody did that with crickets. And that seems more horrifying because crickets are so like active and surprising.
Yeah.
Like when they jump, it just scares everybody. And then when they land on you, their legs, like they grab on.
Dude,
I love crickets, but I mean grasshoppers, which is probably what you would have, it's just crazy.
Do you remember the first time you saw a praying mantis?
Yeah, I thought they were cool. I've always thought bugs were pretty cool. Spiders and June bugs freak me out. And the only reason June bugs freak me out is because they're so dumbly aggressive.
Talk about grip, like grasshoppers grip. June bugs can
bugs, bro. June
grab
bugs
onto
I don't
anything.
know. How are those something that we just have in Oklahoma, or is that like a?
I don't know.
I've never looked that up.
It's funny.
June
My
bugs
sister
are the artards of bugs, though.
My sister fucking hated June bugs, and it's funny. As a kid, I would run up. I'm holding my mic, but I'd be like this and be like, hey, sister.
Yeah.
And then she'd be like, no! And I wouldn't even have anything half the time. And I'd go like this.
Have you ever looked at a roly-poly close-up?
Oh, yeah. They're fucking nasty, too.
Monsters.
Thank God they're small.
Dude, I think about that way too much for what the subject matter is. Well,
what's crazy, there were like big ones like a couple million years ago.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, that is another crazy thing. Like, have you ever looked at the chart for like back millions of years of like when things existed? And it's like people, I laugh so hard when Christians are like, oh, dinosaurs didn't exist because they weren't on the boat. And I'm like, you do realize that dinosaurs were billions of years ago and Noah was like thousands, if he even existed. Yeah. And he probably didn't. There definitely was a big, huge flood, but that had a lot to do with the end of the ice age and global waters rising and I believe earthquakes. Which is, I want to get this out there. That's crazy. Like, that is some global craziness right there. Like, you know, like.
Can I interject?
Oh, about what?
I got high last night and I was just thinking.
Okay.
Well, I'm always high, but you know, I was I was feeling myself post dab. And I was like, what? You know, you hear about a lot of the population growing and growing and growing.
Yeah.
Maybe not as much as we'd like, which I think's a fucking scam. They just want more fucking slaves.
Yeah, I agree with that statement.
But
partially, I'm sure it's more complicated.
I don't think we need exponential growth until the end of fucking time.
Well, I think it's ironic that our biggest problem is overpopulation. But here's the thing: if you are a believer in keeping races separated and having each race be like built up, then you're going to be for more babies because you want white people to reproduce. You're going to want Asians to reproduce because if you're Asian, you want more Asians. If you're white, you want more whites, that kind of thing. If you're a believer in the world as just a giant melting pot, which you should be, just based on the way genetics work and mixing, like it's the correct way. Scientifically, it is the way to do things, not, you know, staying in the same gene pool. That's how you end up with the royal families of pretty much any country. I mean, that's how you end up with most people in Israel, is a lot of inbreeding.
Have you ever heard of the soft white underbelly YouTube?
Soft white underbelly YouTube. I've heard of it.
He does like interviews with like crackheads and shit in
California. Yeah.
But he also interviewed a inbred family where it's like
I've seen that.
Super inbred, where like their
crazy.
Grandparents were cousins, and then they fucked.
Yeah,
and
no,
fucked,
I've seen that.
And then it's like
the mountain people or whatever.
Yeah.
They like,
anyways, I was looking in. I got super high, and I was like, when was Earth at its lowest population? Right, and I jump in at any point, but I'm
gonna assume it was after World War I or II.
No, it was during the Toba catastrophe.
What's the Toba catastrophe?
It was essentially just a big ass fucking volcano that sent that much fucking shit into the atmosphere.
Okay,
take another guess on how many you think people survived or were at the lowest point of human survival.
The global population.
Global population.
And we're like, before I guess this has
70,000 years ago. Not even that long.
Okay.
Technically.
Wow. No, you're
70,000 years ago.
I'm gonna guess that it got down to like.
And mainly we track it back to the survivals were in Africa. Not like that makes a big difference, but like.
I mean, it kind of does. It makes you wonder if there were people anywhere else. Is there any studies on that? Or are we talking about just in Africa or are we talking about globally?
This is globally, but like we're what people have traced from that data, that's kind of what's coming up in like
Okay.
Because people are not just naturally like, well, where did they survive?
I'm going to say, man, in one continent that we're tracking?
No, it's the world.
It is a world, but I'm going to say like how many are left on one continent? I'm going to say like.
From what I've read.
25, 30,000.
Between 1 to 10,000 people.
No way. I would love to see that data of how they got there.
Mine
may have dropped. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to look into that more just to see what the data, like how they came to that data. Mainly because I have questions as to like how they were able to determine how many people were left.
No, totally. Like it's a big rough guess.
Isn't that hard?
It's not like they had population censuses back then.
Well, yeah, but not just that. It's like, well, actually, that is a huge thing because they didn't have any way to like. Did they have 70,000 years ago? Did they have written word back then?
Probably.
Well, no, because in Sumeria, isn't that where they did the first written word? And that was like...
Yeah, but there's fucking
4,000, 6,000 years ago, right?
But there's like hundreds of thousand-year-old cave drawings.
Yeah, but those
so
don't
I doubt
count
it took
as
them,
writing.
I know, but I doubt it took them... I doubt they were drawing literal pictures for 300,000
This is where I'm pretty sure the written language is pretty recent. When was written language first appeared?
That's still assuming that a book's going to last 700,000
It's not a book.
years.
It's tablets. It's all tablets. 3,400 and 3,300 BC. So yeah, that's like I don't even know how to determine that.
So we were still grunting.
So like 5,000 years ago is when we discovered like the ability to write and to pass on language, which is important because before, don't get me wrong, before then we did have cave drawings. He's not wrong, but you couldn't like. I mean, the best you could do is be like. Buffalo hunting diagrams and like taking a shit and being sad. That exists. A guy's like walking really sad. Then he's shown sitting on something like this, and then it shows him walking away like this, and it's pretty hilarious.
But I mean, if we cannot, I mean, it's probably not like fantastic guess, obviously, but it's
of what
of how many people were left.
Oh,
but I think they have a very very good reason for thinking as little as 1,000.
That's again, I'm not.
Because that is like...
I just want to know how they came to that. I agree with you 100%. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying they're wrong. I just want to know what's involved in that data.
And I'm honestly not trying to be like, but half the reason I brought this up is I was like, John, I'm assuming you're a big evolution guy. And this is
I'm a huge evolution guy, yeah.
Has to do with fossil records and everything you're 100% behind. So I thought you'd probably just be like,
well, that's why I'm interested so much in knowing like how they came to that data.
Yeah, I know you're not like, what the fuck? But that's why I thought you'd just be like...
I'm more interested in knowing like what data they use to determine that. And also I'm even more fascinated in knowing like, is there a way to tell how many people were living at any point in time? Because that's pretty amazing. Like mainly because like you said, they didn't have censuses until I think like China, started doing censuses. Actually, I think it might be Egypt. One of those places invented doing like record keeping of people and everything. See, that's the thing. Most cases of like,
but saying 1,000, you might as well have just said we went extinct at that point.
Oh, I 100%
you know what I mean?
That's another reason why I'm so fascinated by it. Yeah,
like,
I'd love to know how.
Same thought. That's why I'm like, that's basically going like all the way.
That's a really shitty gene pool too, guys. Yeah. Like that's I don't remember what it was, but somebody did some scientists did a big experiment where they found out how many people it would be required to restart the human race and have it not be like a bunch of mongoloids. Yeah. And it's not that, this is why we need a producer to Google stuff. But it's probably, if I remember correctly, it was 10,000-ish or 5,000-ish. So that might track. Like maybe that's how they figured out. They figured out that there was a large wipeout of humans. And then they were like, well, at least this amount had to survive.
Two things. I was going to say, I thought, again, I haven't done it. And I know, it'd be nice to look this up. But I thought a lot of like people who do Ancestry and shit, part of the thing is that it does track you to like one of like 300 people. And it's so like, you know what I mean? And it'll give you like super like detailed information on like the last type of person they can find on you.
To my knowledge, Ancestry.com is a complete scam.
Well, yeah, but I feel like there is a lot, like there's vast majorities of the population that can trace their ancestors back to like some fucking mummy that they found somewhere.
Well, maybe, but to my knowledge, most of those websites, what they do is they just track your living, or not your real living, but your recorded relatives that have lived. Like, so hey,
I'm
your
not okay.
doctors.
I didn't say ancestry. I'm
No,
talking literal.
I'm not arguing with you.
I'm just talking that they can track them to like certain.
Right, but I'm saying that I don't think they can go as far back as they claim they can. I think that's kind of like just guesswork because they're using ancestry and stuff to like gather DNA.
But would that
data.
not kind of make sense though if there were only fucking 1,500 people left on the fucking Earth?
Oh, you're saying that we can all trace back to somebody like I think a lot of us track back to like Mongolian blood too, and I agree with you 100%. They've actually shown that most Europeans are from like the same family, like fucking a couple thousand years ago. But where were we going with that? It is definitely fascinating. I would love to know more about that specific instance that happened in history. Like for instance, the global flood is also a very interesting thing to look into, just on like the evidence they have that it actually happened. People that discredit evolution or like fossils are people that are like the lowest level of stupid, because it's the equivalent of going outside, picking up a rock, and then saying that the government put it there to lie to you. Like, it's crazy work. Like,
that's kind of the extreme side of the argument, though.
No, really. Like, you can literally go anywhere in the world that has like a hill or mountain range, and you can just look at evidence of the different layers of time.
No, I'm saying I don't think every person who's like against evolution is saying like fuck every type of fossil that's ever been created.
Most of them are. That's a heat of their argument. It's just like flat earthers.
No, it's not though.
I mean, it is. The other argument is Jesus didn't
not a lot of people discredit evolution because they're like fuck fossils. Most of them try to incorporate it in whatever the fuck they're teaching.
I was homeschooled as well, and I had to watch a lot of fake Christian science videos. And trust me, part of their argument is making. I'm just saying, I have the equal amount of knowledge on this, if not more, because like, come on now, I went to school for this.
I know, but that's kind of why I'm agreeing with you. I'm like, you kind of have to be an extra fucking level of retarded to like disagree with that. So that's why they're like, maybe let's not fucking completely discredit it and try to intertwine it with our stuff.
Start small, where they're like, how can you believe that we came from monkeys? Like, I don't see any monkeys turning into people. And that's stupid because it obviously doesn't work like that. Monkeys cannot turn it into people. It's not just like one day we got a hairless ape and he could talk. Like, it's just not how it works. But they start small with something that's like a logic fallacy that can like make your brain go, oh, it makes a lot of sense. And then they go, and you know what else is bullshit? Dinosaurs. Because guess what? Nowhere in the Bible do they talk about dinosaurs. And then you're like, well, they're not in the same time. Like, no. Okay. Think about it. All fossils are planted by the FBI, the CIA, and the government. And then they'll go, and you know what else?
About this?
I'm going deeper.
You're snowballing hypothetical Christians.
It's not hypothetical. This is literally like what their beliefs are. It's crazy.
So is fucking.
I'm not saying all Christians believe that. That would be nuts. There's a lot of Christians that believe in science and rationality, and they follow religion just for like spiritual well-being.
It's like politics these days. Every side is just going to write it off as a theory at the end of the day. Both sides are going to say you're wrong. One side's going to say you're wrong.
That's part of the fallacy, being retarded. People that are retarded just do that.
But the fact that neither side can prove it 100%.
Oh, they have proven it though. That's what's crazy.
The fact that neither side can prove it 100. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm saying that's why nobody gets fucking anywhere in this conversation.
But even stuff that you can prove, they still just deny it with I don't care.
Look at politics. Look at what we've talked about 30 minutes ago, John.
I'm not sure exactly what your argument is here.
People can...
Are you saying, yeah, duh?
I can argue with you all day long how we're not on the floor right now.
So what you're just saying is that the natural...
For instance, how people can be like this, Elon didn't do a fucking Hail Hitler.
Wow, you did it on the pod. That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying, though? Like,
I don't that.
You can't sit here and be like, I have no idea what you're talking about. When I can just...
I'm just so confused
point
with what
it to
you're
be like...
Are you saying that it's not a case or it is a
people
case?
Can argue about anything all day long.
You're doing it right now.
I know. I'm saying you're the one who brought up evolution for no fucking reason. That's what I'm saying. Ouchop brought up fucking cool, interesting fact that maybe not a lot of people would know for a cool podcast fact, and you're wanting to get all about shit. I'm wanting to stay on fucking subject. I had 2 things to say. I got through half of 1 point.
Okay, I'm sorry. I had no idea what you're arguing about right now, though.
I'm not arguing. I'm saying, can we stay on topic? Because you snowball shit. It's such a fucking like catastrophic point to where I have to get to this point, and you're like, why are you even talking to me like this, dude? Because I had a conversation going 15 minutes ago about something completely different.
Okay, what was it?
The whole fucking Oba or Doba catastrophe.
Talking about it. What else is left on it?
I had 2 points.
Gene pools and stuff.
Yes, we were talking about something else. And then I was also, why are you shaking your head? I'm getting to my fucking second point. I'm listening
to you.
Then I was saying,
happening? Why are you so aggressive?
Because you're fucking snowballing, getting into all this like crazy controversial shit when it's just like, dude, I'm not even.
It's not even controversial.
Okay. Then why don't we talk about the first thing that we were talking about before the podcast? That's infinitely more controversial than that.
Not even a little bit.
Okay, whatever. I was going to say, it's funny because if you were to take everybody in the world and just multiply by parents, right? Everybody has 2 parents. That set of parents has 2 parents.
Yeah, I've seen this.
You very, very, very quickly run out of how many people have been on the fucking earth.
Yeah.
Like by estimated numbers. So it's just funny the amount of fucking inbreeding that actually does happen.
Right.
That's just what I was talking about. Again, you may be like, okay, we were talking about that 20 minutes ago. Yeah, that's my whole fucking point.
I said that's
we didn't finish it. You got on such a fucking tirade about 3 different other topics that I couldn't finish my other point.
Okay.
You're saying, okay, that's not how you talk to people. And it's not entertaining to watch.
I don't even know what you're talking about, why you're so angry.
I'm not angry. I'm explaining to you.
You just told me your point. I'm like, okay.
Okay, what do you want to talk about?
You're on the points. What's the next point you want to talk about?
That was my second point.
Mosquito. What, inbreeding's popular? Or not popular, that it's common?
It just was kind of topical 15 minutes ago, so yeah.
I mean, it's still technically topical, but yeah, inbreeding's crazy. I mean, look at Florida.
I wonder where statistically the most inbreeding is.
Probably Arkansas.
I kind of have to piss.
I think it's Louisiana or Arkansas. I think it's Arkansas.
How long have we been going?
I don't know.
Should I come back after I piss?
Yeah, go piss.
Oh, I almost brought a bottle to piss in. How pathetic is that?
That's gross.
I know, right?
What's up, my guys? In my opinion, kissing is stupid, but I guess it's like a mandatory thing. Anyway, here's what y'all have to stop doing. It's probably why you're still single. Don't ask her if you can kiss her. I'm so embarrassed for you. Read the room, man up, and just kiss her. If she doesn't want to, she'll make it clear. If you're kissing in more than one area, don't mention anything about tasting good. Such a turn off. There's no such thing as bodily fluids tasting good. Gross. First up, you can't go in with the tongue. Bad move. Too aggressive to start. But you could phase it in like a few seconds. Maybe debatable, but don't pop a mint like 30 seconds before. The whole thing looks way too rehearsed. Decent.
Here's that cave drawing I was talking about.
He's taking a shit.
I thought he was taking a shit too. I thought that too. I was like, looks like he's just sad and horny.
Looks like he's upset that he has a boner.
That's what I'm saying. Sad and horny, blue balls on a cave drawing.
Well, we're probably going about an hour, but I'm gonna cut half of it, so we should probably talk a little bit more.
Okay.
No, I'm just playing. What you been playing?
Game Boy games, Game Boy Color games. Been having a lot of fun with that.
What games?
Kirby's Dreamland 2, a lot of fun there. Elevator Action, I think it's called. That's a good one. A lot of fun.
Y'all have unis at the store?
No, we're out of those. I haven't been able to get them. I've been looking on the website. They don't have any. Let's see. What else? Tetris. Some puzzle games, stuff like that. Just got a translated game, and I'm like one of 15 people that have it. I got banned off Reddit for trying to share the file.
For real?
Yeah. What's fucked up is I was trying to follow the rules, so I didn't post it in the subreddit. Instead, I posted that I had it, and people asked me for it, so I private messaged them the file, and I got banned for 3 days for spam because I messaged too many people with the exact same file.
I hate Reddit.
Dude, Reddit pisses me off because
anytime you post to anywhere, it's
so
like, let me
useful,
check their
get
super specific type of rules.
Yeah.
And I hate the ones where it's like, I know this is kind of specific, but it's like, I don't know. I had a car problem or something, but the car forum was like, you're not an active interactor or whatever. And it's like, well, fuck. What's the point of having a forum for questions if I have to be fucking like?
What forum was this? Sorry,
it was like a specific car question or something. You know what I mean?
On a car forum.
Yeah, on Reddit.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Like,
on
on
Reddit.
Reddit, yeah.
On Reddit, they said you had to be more active.
Yeah,
to
it was like,
post?
you're not active enough in this community to post. And I'm
Oh,
like,
that's crazy.
but most of them are like not karma farming, just genuine questions and
Yeah.
pictures of like car shit.
That's
And I'm just
weird.
like, what the fuck do you mean? So I'm like going through being like, haha, nice, on like somebody picture of somebody's fucking fender,
Yeah.
trying to get my shit up. And I'm like, dude, this is so fucking stupid. But at the end of the day, it's like, I don't know. It's like, who was abusing it that much?
I mean, they banned me off of H3's subreddit because I called them.
Ooh,
I know. I was
probably
weird
auto
too.
banned. I
It had to be because I got 3 warnings for it. And what's crazy is everyone underneath me was saying the same thing, and their stuff was there. I don't know. Reddit's weird, man. Like, it's so. Did you hear 4chan got hacked? Oh my god! Did you hear 4chan got hacked? So somebody hacked 4chan because the system they've been using is like 80 years fucking old. And dude, tons of government like people on there, FBI.
Tap your mic. All right.
Okay, but yeah, bro, Reddit got hacked.
It might be getting overheated. It might turn off again in a second.
Okay, I'll go fast.
Let's hypothetically wrap it up here.
Oh, okay. So all the emails, all the usernames, all the post history, like every information you've ever given 4chan has been leaked, and including the emails that were signed up using .gov emails. So FBI at FBI dot whatever.
Why would they even sign up with those?
Bro, I asked the same question. It's crazy to me, but they did. So there's a lot of those, and also a huge Russian leak happened. Oh, and Iran last night signed basically NATO with Russia. If anybody attacks Iran, Russia goes to war with them. And they did this because Trump was going to bomb Iran. But what's crazy is he was only going to do it because Israel told him he had to. It can overheat.
Yeah, it is low on battery though. All right, come over here.
All right, y'all.
End of the podcast.
End of the podcast.
Part 4. It's been Brandon.
John.
From 2 gay lovers to another. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching, guys.
Until next month and a new location.